You can never be cool enough. Oh, high school. Somehow I existed in that overeager culture as someone who didn't think himself good enough. But there was chance for me, yes, a friend who sure was cool. Being seen next to him might boost my popularity in this vastly important teenage ranking system. Somehow he had mastered all the carefully planted nuance in this elusive game of I'm the bomb. But what was his secret? Drunken shit talk at all the right parties while being sure to be seen flirting with all the hotties? The secret runs deeper. To be cool in a whitewashed high school, you gotta be a dick. You gotta be able to create demons out of people hanging on the bottom rung. And in a world where popularity is determined by who's boning the most bitches, the demons are those who may swing you to play for the other team. In my high school, the basement of popularity was inhabited by homosexuals. This cool friend of mine would call out with acidic spittle, faggots, homos, queers, they do what? His venom sent my stomach churning, but in the back of my mind, I knew that his disgust for homosexuals arose from a brooding confusion of his own frustrated urges. But I didn't want to see his torment. Didn't want to see the side of him that was so starved for affection it could only act out of desperation. I didn't want to see that his words, "We are gonna get fucked up tonight," would lead us both into a booze-soaked haze, giving him the courage to show me the side of himself he had exiled to his own private basement, his queer underneath. I didn't expect to drink so much that night I would pass out on the floor and wake up to him masturbating in the corner of the room, facing the walls, with back turned to his own homosexuality, caught up in a con, swapping his authenticity for illusions of coolness, laying there on the floor. I didn't want to see that I had bought into a similar hustle. That thought that I wasn't good enough had carved out a hole in my chest. And since there was not enough cool in the world to fill it with, I filled it with fear, which began to multiply and overflow when the next time I woke up, my best friend's mouth was on my dick.
Wow.
When we have diminished who we are, we can only act out of desperation. When I felt him on me, I didn't know who he was, and I didn't want to know. I just wanted to look to a place where I wouldn't choke back cringes, that there might be rumors spreading through high school hallways. To keep this on the DL, I severed the tendons of emotion and wouldn't call it rape until a week before writing this. I haven't ever hated him. I saw how so many of us live inside of a mirage, distorting our faces with personas of who we think other people want us to be, and I felt ashamed of both of us for going along with everyone who buys into this myth of coolness, a myth that shreds personalities over cheese graters to make us consumable enough to fit into the popular conception of what a person should be. And that's what keeps fucking with me. We are all born perfectly righteous. Him, me, and everyone are far more real